What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. Daniel. I'm here by myself, and there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about. There's some very important things I want to talk to you about, and today one of them is we're gonna jump back into mental health and jump it back into what it's not been bothering me, but it's been something that's pretty important that I've been seeing that's bothering the community as a whole. The people in the Discord, people in the chat, in the comments. And then it has affected me, so I'm going to give you my point and give you my input and give you what I think about it. And if you like this kind of stuff, if you want to see more of me just on the bike, please click that subscribe button right next to this notification bell button. That way you are notified every single time I post a video or a live stream. That's actually very important. I do a lot of live streams. But anyways, what I want to talk about is it actually came from a song. It was a song title I was listening on the way home yesterday. And they're very good. It's pretty smart, but it's from I can to I can't. Now that's a simple song title. That's a simple phrase, to be quite honest. Like, well, I thought I could do it, now I can't. But man, does that really hit home when it comes to depression and anxieties. Sometimes, like, I'll say, yeah, I can totally do that. Yeah, let's go do it. And then all of a sudden, I can't. And it's not like I don't want to or I won't. It's literally, sorry, dude, I just can't. It's like, what are you doing? I'm sitting at home, but it's like I can't get away. I can't get off the couch. I can't interact with people today. I can't people today. And that happens quite a bit with me. And it happened a lot more with me prior to the DDFM crew on Discord and stuff. I absolutely 100% honest. When Anthony Venezia on the Discord, he's a moderator, or I mean admin, when he said he was coming down, I was really excited. I was doing the whole I can hang out with him. I was telling Nikki, hey, let's go do this. I want to go do this, this, and this. I want to show him a good time in Tucson. And I f***ing just, like, couldn't. Like, I did the best I could on the meetup, and everyone could tell. It was just like, my mind was blown out of the water. Thankfully, the other people around here, the other DDFM crew members, Raynin, Spiffy, the whole King House, everybody, RoadWrangler, Night Rain, everybody, made it to where he had such a great time. And I tried my best. We went up Mount Lemon later that week, and like I actually kind of came out of my shell a little bit. But man, it went from like, yeah, I could do this, and then to I can't. And I know some of you guys feel that when it comes to depression. I'm literally just speaking, like, I'm just constantly talking right now. I'm just like, this is what I felt. So maybe if you felt this, there you go. There's the connection. But I think it's really good to speak about this kind of stuff. But man, sometimes, like, I feel like there's an obligation to say yes on a lot of things also. And this is one thing that I've learned to do. Is that there has been, it felt like a lot of obligation to say yes. And when that happens, even for a normal person, and I say normal, even for a person without a mood disorder, saying yes all the time is not healthy. You're obviously going to stretch yourself thin. You can't do everything all the time. But man, when you have a mood disorder like depression or anxiety and you are constantly saying yes to things, you're going to be saying, sorry, I can't do that a whole bunch of times, way more than normal, and it's not good. It's not good for your reputation. It's not good for your self-esteem. It's not good when you feel like you got to break something off again. It sucks. It really does. So like when it comes to like, hey, can you go get this? I'm like, yeah, I can totally do it. And then it's like, oh God, I just don't want to. I just want to sit home. It's not being lazy. It's just like I don't want to go outside. And it actually hurts. It physically hurts, and it makes it to where I can't do things like that. So fixing things, running errands, and all that. But I've been doing a lot better because of the crew. They've been kind of pulling me out, and we're doing like-minded stuff. That's what I really love about the people here around in Tucson, the crew, especially on the internet. They pulled me out of my shell and talked to me on the internet, on Discord. They talk to me they pull me out of my house here locally, and it allows me to actually interact with people. But that's a whole other idea. That's a whole other thing. So a lot of the stuff that I say yes to is like super logical. So like super duper. This is like my favorite ride right here. This is my favorite road. It's like super logical in terms of, hey, let's just go hang out and have dinner. It's logical, friends do that. Hey, let's go grocery shopping. That's logical, you gotta eat. Hey, let's take the kids out to do something, or let's spend time as a family, or like all these things are logical, and even sometimes those are just like, oh shit, I can't. You know, and sometimes you'll find excuses. So a lot of excuses are just the ones that are convenient. Like sometimes I use the kids. I'm like, I gotta babysit the kids. Sorry guys. Hey, I gotta leave because the kids came home. And a lot of times that's true. A lot of times that is actually true. But I really I'm like, yes, kids are getting home. I gotta go home. You know, it's getting late, so I have work tomorrow. So yes, I get to go home now. You know, that's my excuse. That's my back door. And that happens. And I use it to full effect. And I think a lot of people might understand that. It's not like, oh man, I could totally get away with like not getting home. The kids could be fine, just sitting there playing video games, and like, you know, they know the protocol, lock the doors, have their phone on them and all that stuff. But it's like, no, I got to get home. I don't want the kids to be alone. I gotta go. See you guys later. And that's happened a lot, and that cancels the plans that I do. So like, I'm like, yeah, I could totally go and hang out with you. And I get there, and like 20 minutes later, like, I'm already like, I gotta get home. You know, I gotta get home. And it before I know it, it's like, hey, you know, I gotta get going. You know, the kids are coming home. Like, all right, man, see you. And I just go home, and I get home, and the kids are home, and then I'm in my safe bubble. And that happens a lot. I think this video is turning into like how to be a hermit. Also, like I mentioned that, where it's like I go there and I do something for 20 minutes, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta get home. Like, I'm legit, like my brain is doing this. Like, I'm doing this like physically, but it's like, this is how I feel. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go home, you know? The anxiety kicks in super hard. You know, I literally can't do something. Like, I literally can't. I all of a sudden get mentally exhausted. Like, my mind is like, no, go to sleep, dude. Go to sleep. Brain's like, we're going to sleep. Get tired, find a safe place to lay down, and go to sleep. Like, I take naps all the time, and it sucks. You know, even on medications, even on, you know, with everything, it just happens. And that to me tells me my mood disorder is going to stay with me the rest of my life, and it's just a matter of overcoming it and doing better when it comes to that kind of stuff. But yeah, interacting with people just drains me bad. Even if I'm having fun, I'm having a ton of fun, and I'm like, boom, 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 and like, before I know it, it's only been like 30 minutes. Like, holy shit, we've been here for 30 minutes? Man, it feels like 3 hours. I am tired. And it's like, I'm having a ton of fun, but man, I can't keep my eyes open. And that's what happens, and it sucks. And I want to keep saying, I think a lot of you guys know that. It's like, I just really want to say, you know, because I feel like I'm talking to an audience. I'm talking to you guys that do know. And but I think a lot of you don't. And I think a lot of you kind of like just chalk that up to being like antisocial, introverted. But you know, you might want to check into it. I mean, I'm an introvert. I'm pretty much an introvert. There's some times where I actually can speak out. Like, talking to a camera is absolutely easy. Talking to a camera on live streams is a little bit easy. Sometimes you'll see it pop out though. If you're on the live stream, sometimes you'll see me all of a sudden go, whoa, and I'll shrink down, and I'll kind of just be like, oh man, I'm so tired. All right guys, I gotta get going. And I'll do that kind of stuff. But definitely check out, you know, if there's any type of mood disorders that you might have. It might not just be introverted, or you just might not be tired. Shoot, it could just be sleep, lack of sleep. But I'm getting a lot of sleep now, so I don't know. I just don't know what the deal is, the dealio. But that's just kind of like something that went on my mind last night when I was driving home from Phoenix after a football game. The kids were asleep in the back seat. Nikki was sleeping in the passenger seat, and I was just rocking out the music. I was driving with one hand. I was like, ugh. You know, like how I ride here with one hand. I was banging out to some music to keep myself awake. And some of these songs that came on, I look over and I'm like, that is, but like that title, it's like from I can to I can't. It's like, holy shit, you know? That's insane. That kind of like, you get those like thoughts, you know, and that's how I come out of motovlogs. So I don't know if you guys want to be a part of something like that. If you want to, like, you know, talk with me, like, I tell you guys that like the DDFM crew pulled me out. Okay, the DDFM crew pulled me out on the internet. They pulled me out here locally, We have 900 plus members on the Discord. Now the Discord is absolutely 100% free. You do not have to pay a single cent to get on. It's a phone app and a desktop app, so it's an internet browser and it's on your phone. It's a giant chat room. It's just a big old chat room with a bunch of different channels, so a bunch of different chat rooms. And one of them is a mental health section. One of them is the main lounge where we all just hang out and talk. If you are a woman, there's a special section for biker babes. My girlfriend's headlining that with Raynin, so it's only women in there, no men in there. I don't go in there, so nobody goes in there except for the women. But it's a great place to talk to people, and if you are feeling down, in the mental health section, there has been an amazing support group. So I just want to say thank you guys to that have helped out in the mental health section. Amazing support group. I truly appreciate it. Helping each other out, helping everybody out. And what's going on there? Anyways, if you want to join, please click the link in the description. It's a great way to interact with other members that could pull you out of some type of shitty situation, that will pull you out, get you, talking, because you don't get stuck, okay? Don't get stuck. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you on the Discord.